Jeremiah Danvers is there, but hopefully he is able to... Hopefully that whole story ends up okay and he gets away from them. That's another thing. See, that's what's trippy about it. How did he... If he wasn't really there, how the hell did he conduct that surgery on Mon-El?
I don't know. I am confused.
That was strange. That part in general is strange.
So maybe he does have powers. Maybe he got away with his super speed. Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ here with my brother Jeremy and Bears.
What's good?
Bringing you another weekly recap of this week's Supergirl. Tonight's episode was called The Darkest Place. Roll the clip.
In a flash forward, John fights Kara at an unknown location. In the present, the team hangs out at an alien bar and talk about the Guardian. Kara believes that he shouldn't be trusted just yet, and Jimmy and Wynn try to defend his actions. Maggie talks to Alex and they both agree to stay friends. Alex asks Kara where Mon-El is and she brushes it off by saying that he's probably out with another woman. Back at the Cadmus base, Mon-El escapes from his captivity, but is forced to surrender when Lillian threatens to kill John, who has also been taken. John is then seen speaking to him again, when he begins to feel like something has changed between them. Jimmy continues his vigilante work with Wynn and stops a robber who he leaves to be arrested. An unknown gunman appears and shoots the criminal dead. Jimmy shows up at Catco the next day and everyone seems to think that Guardian killed the man. Snapper uses the opportunity to expose Guardian while Wynn talks to Jimmy about the danger they're both in. Jimmy tells Wynn that he has a plan to keep their operation running. He believes that the other vigilante will be at the docks trying to kill the criminals, bringing in a large shipment of something. At the DEO, John tells Kara that he keeps seeing his wife and daughters. She tells him that he should not feel guilty when he is with McGann. Later at the docks, Jimmy confronts the other vigilante and they fight. While Kara's on her way to confront the Guardian, she is contacted by Lillian, telling her that she has Mon-El. She arrives at the Cadmus base and finds a real Hank Henshaw, who has been augmented by them. They fight, and Hank overpowers Kara. He then refers to himself as Cyborg Superman. Back at the DEO, Alex is able to get Wynn to confess that Jimmy is the Guardian. He makes her promise not to tell anyone, even Kara, and to have Maggie stop looking into them. She talks to Maggie and has a falling out with her. At the DEO, John hallucinates one of the agents as a white Martian and nearly kills him. He then asks Alex to run some tests on him. Back at the Cadmus base, Kara awakens in a cell next to Mon-El. He realizes that he was tricked into thinking Hank was John. Lillian appears and shoots Mon-El after figuring out that lead is his weakness. She threatens to kill Mon-El if Kara does not agree to let her absorb her energy. Kara agrees and puts on the helmet, which absorbs all her power when she solar flares. She's left powerless and is then dragged away by Lillian's men. They bring her to another room and strap her to a table, preparing to take her blood. Kara's then brought back to her cell. She tells Mon-El that in the case that she doesn't make it out, to tell everyone that she went down fighting. They're then freed by a hooded man who reveals himself to be Jeremiah. As they're about to make their escape, Mon-El collapses. Jeremiah successfully stops the lead poisoning from spreading. Kara refuses to leave without him, but he tells her that he will be fine, demanding them to go. Back at Catco, Wynn tells Jimmy he has identified the vigilante as a man named Philip Ranowski. They rush to get to his next target. After Alex conducts a test, John realizes that McGann is a white Martian. He confronts her and tells her to reveal her true self. John fights McGann, and just as he is about to finish her off, she apologizes, so he spares her. Later, Jimmy finds Philip and fights him. He stops Philip just as Alex and Maggie arrive. Back at the DEO, Kara tells Alex about Jeremiah, so they head to the Cadmus base, but find nothing there. John has McGann locked up at the DEO, and even though she apologizes for everything, he remains angry. She tells him that because of the blood she had given him, he is slowly turning into a white Martian. The team get together at Kara's apartment, where Mon-El reveals his romantic interest for Kara to Wynn and Jimmy. Maggie shows up and talks to Alex, asking for another chance to start over. Kara tells Alex that they will find Jeremiah, but is hopeful because he has remained the same person. Hank goes to the Fortress of Solitude and uses Kara's blood to access the main console. He asks for information on a project called Medusa. What will happen to John now that McGann has told him that he may become a white Martian? What is Project Medusa, and why is it at Superman's Fortress of Solitude? What do Cadmus plan for the world? How will Kara react when she finds out what Jimmy and Wynn are doing? What will happen between Mon-El and Kara, and Alex and Maggie next week when they cut turkey with their mother Eliza? And will they tell her about Jeremiah? Are you ready for the 4-way crossover between Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and Legends? Find out on the next episode of Supergirl. Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, so one sentence to describe this one.
Oh my gosh, Dean Cain.
Nice.
The reveals.
Yes.
I was wrong about it all. I don't know anything.
We were all wrong.
Alright, so
It was a lie.
it started off with Kara getting beat up by quote-unquote John or quote-unquote Hank. And I guess the first interaction we could just deal with is the team hanging out there at the bar. We rarely see that. You know what I'm saying? On these DC TV shows where they're just out in a normal setting, just chilling with each other. So it was pretty nice to see like a sense of normalcy, right?
Yeah.
Between everybody.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to see Wynn and Jimmy defend Guardian, but like trying to have to keep that secret from Kara because she's just like, I don't trust the dude. And then Alex was like, oh, he's definitely got a sidekick. So they're like right there.
Yeah.
And basically we're just thrown into a bunch of stories that just come together at the end there. So what do we even tackle first?
Go.
You want to do
John.
Okay, John and McGann. So John feels weird. He just doesn't feel the same ever since he got the blood transfusion. And he's starting to see things. He started to see white Martians when it was really another agent. And he has Alex run tests on him. And it turns out that, well, he figures out that McGann was a white Martian herself. Were you expecting him to put the paws on her?
Kind of. Because if you're going to find out that the person that you thought is a green Martian is a white Martian. Yeah. They're basically is like the whole Holocaust thing.
They really changed his character though, because like the Jean that we've grown up to know, you know, like reading and watching the different versions, he's always been this nice dude that kind of just looks over the bad. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's the worst thing, he's just like, oh, I'm gonna give him a chance. Here, he's just like, you know what?
Ultimate rage mode.
Yes. And he basically threw down with her and beat the crap out of her.
Do you see she broke through concrete?
Yes.
I don't know why I can't say concrete.
Well, she's just ginormous.
Yeah. I just like the, what do you call it, effects.
It looked awesome.
Yes. A lot of explosions.
But what does he do before he can finish her? That's what she said. Sorry, I had to.
She's like, if you're gonna kill me, just kill me now, but just know that I am this actual person. I'm not like the other white Martian.
Yes.
And he's like, all right, let's see.
And it locks her away.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that playing at all how you thought it was going to, or no?
Yeah.
Now, what story we're gonna tackle next? Guardian and Jimmy. There you go. Because the other one's a little bit more juicy.
Okay.
They're trying to keep a secret. But Wynn doesn't know how to be subtle with things. He can't hide it. Alex was asking, you know, who this Guardian is, because he's been framed for a murder of a criminal. Because, you know, they're doing their vigilante work, leaving them all over town for the police to pick them up.
Yeah.
And Wynn just lets it slip to who? That Jimmy's the Guardian.
Alex.
Yes.
That part was funny. He just couldn't like keep it together there. You knew he's just gonna break. And he still manages to convince her not to say anything to anybody.
Yes.
And I guess she wants to see it all blow up in their face, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I just love the little bop that she gave him after this. Hey, you're stupid.
Basically, he also asks her, even though she's in an awkward position now, to have Maggie kind of drop the investigation
on Guardian.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that this doesn't end well between the two of them. That was just bad all the way through up until the end there.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what? We're not friends, whatever. We're just doing business together. Yeah. Wynn figures out who that other vigilante is that's killing.
Yeah.
And they do, I think, 2 rounds against each other. One at the docks and then another one at the end where it was like some abandoned warehouse where he was about to kill off another criminal.
Yes.
Because he was like an ex-SEAL or something like that.
Something
Special
like that.
Forces.
Yeah.
Who's basically the standard vigilante. Like he just has the same motive as everybody else that wants to get in the game, but he kills. Well, that was a really exciting sequence there. Now, get to the big chunk of that story here.
Yeesh.
Mon-El's at Cadmus, and he, you know, I thought he was going to suffer a little more, but he ended up trying to get out pretty early on in the episode. But he was tricked into thinking that the Jean that they had there was him, but it wasn't really him. They actually put Hank Henshaw in there. Did you guys actually see that happening? I thought for sure it was going to be Jeremiah Danvers as Cyborg Superman.
Yeah. And even like more than halfway through, I was still like, oh, there's still a chance that Jeremiah Danvers could be, you know, they took the blood, they could mix that with the thing that they did with Hank Henshaw, but no.
It's going to reveal him to be him later on, but nah, yeah.
Because his eyes are blue instead of red, but no, it's really him.
Yeah.
Hank Henshaw is Cyborg Superman.
And yeah, Mon-El's locked away. Kara, who is on her way to stop Guardian or just talk to him or whatever, gets a call from oh my god, I almost called her Lillian.
Cadmus.
Yes. And Lillian's just like, I got him here. I got Mon-El. Come get him. And then she dukes it out with Hank, gets put into a cage herself, gets her blood taken away from her for pretty crazy reason later on. When all hope is lost, who shows up?
Jeremiah Danvers.
Superman.
Yes. Alive and well and still in his right mind because he didn't hesitate to get his daughter out of there. He's like, let's go. And of course, Mon-El had to slow up the process because he got shotted in with a lead bullet, which I'm glad that they actually reference his weakness. Basically saves him, does a quick surgery, and then just sends them on their way even though Kara didn't want to leave him.
That was a touching moment.
Yes. Why? Oh, well, she didn't have her powers yet, did she? They just had to take Jet out of there.
So.
And
she's weak.
Yeah. So getting back to the DEO, did I already mention that what's her face was locked up already?
Yeah.
Again?
Yes.
Okay. So she basically reveals to Jean that he's turning into a white Martian, which is just a terrible revelation.
That is.
Him. Yeah, that's just, I'm scared for him. Then you got Kara telling Alex that they found Jeremiah.
Yeah.
They go there. Obviously, they just cleaned up the whole shop and left already. So it sucks. It's like they're always there. Kara's been that step further to finding him. And then when Alex gets brought on board, like, they're gone.
Yeah. Cadmus is pretty portable.
Yes, they're quick.
Just like Roulette's whole fighting thing.
Yeah. What else am I missing here? Is it just the end there where they're at Kara's apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pot stickers and pizza.
Yes.
What the hell's pot stickers?
I think they're just dumplings. I think they just call them that for some. I have no idea.
They look tasty though. I kind of want some.
I think they're fried dumplings.
Just another name?
Well, pot. Yeah, because they stick to the pot.
Oh.
I don't know. It's something like that. But yeah, they're having a party. Mon-El kind of confesses to Win and Jimmy in the weirdest way that he wants to be Kara's mate.
Yeah.
And Alex makes amends with
Maggie.
Yes. And they're like, let's start over. And then the two sisters are like, let's find our dad. And while all of them are having the grand time in her apartment, who is where and what is he doing?
Cyborg Superman. He's
Yes.
up at the Fortress of Solitude trying to gain some information
On
everything, I guess.
Operation Medusa.
Oh, Medusa. There you go.
Using Kara's blood to hack the console that
Yeah.
belongs to Clark. I don't know how that works, but okay, it worked. Pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
I want to theorize so bad, but Easter eggs.
Nth Metal was mentioned and Thanagar.
Yes. That's
so-
awesome. Hawk Girl and Hawkman.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Ties it in even more to the CW
Yeah,
verse,
yes.
Super Legendary Flareverse.
Batman.
Yes.
Yes.
She mentioned that her cousin worked with a vigilante with tech and inner demons or something like that. It's a reference.
Demons.
We'll take it.
Gadgets.
Yeah. The place where the Cadmus base was used in Smallville as Bellrave, Arrow as the prison that Laurel died in.
Yeah.
Wow, this is just an overall dark place. But I found it interesting that they used that set there too. It's pretty cool.
That dude, the Philip Karnowski,
Yes.
he's a character named Barrage.
Yes.
He doesn't have too much of a background, but it's basically like that.
He did have conflict with Maggie in the comics, Maggie Sawyer, and she chopped off his arm.
Yeah, and he has like a plasma gun for an arm.
But here he had like a weird Gatling. He looked like Judge Dredd's little brother.
In comics? Or you mean in this show?
No, in the show. Yeah, in the show.
Okay.
They referenced the Smallville Lex and Clark thing again.
Mm.
It's like, oh, they're trying to be best friends, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's it. And then he mentioned something about oh, yes, that's a new Superman ability. That's cool. She actually did it. And then he mentioned a Shaolin monk. I'm not sure which DC comic character that is, but I'm going to guess it has something to do with Deadman. And you guys probably have no idea who I'm talking about, but
I've seen Deadman.
Nope.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Is he red?
Yes.
And he got a big ass D on his
Yeah, he
chest.
can possess people. He's like got like a bald head.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in Justice League Dark.
Yeah, there you go.
What are you guys' favorite scenes?
Jeremiah Danvers.
Yes.
The Cyborg Superman fight.
The Guardian fight was pretty sick.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I was actually a fan of the Guardian fights.
Win being just like hilariously whimsical, I guess, this whole episode.
Yes.
And Mon-El, his scenes. Because he finally like learned that he needs to be responsible with his powers and everything.
Yeah.
To be fair, he don't have to do
Yeah. That was pretty nifty too, like him trying to get out of his cell. He actually outsmarted that dude.
Yeah.
He was this close to freedom. I mean, he tried to help a friend out, but then it turned out to be a lie. And I guess the whole Hank Henshaw being brought back in the dual role thing is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The fight between the Martians.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah. Yes.
What did you get for your preview, Bears?
Isn't it the Still the crossover?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But it was also, well, like the start of it, since it's kind of like unrelated, because the end is basically just like they save the day and then Barry and Cisco come. But during the episode, it is the Medusa thingy is some sort of virus that can kill aliens, which Cadmus uses. So
it's like,
I thought Medusa was like the thing they started the season 1 with.
which one is that?
That's what what's her face wanted to unleash.
Myriad?
Yeah, it's sort of like that. It's
Just for aliens?
Yes. So it's like the other way around. It's
okay.
Myriad for humans. What do you call that for aliens?
Okay.
The Medusa. I was like, why does Clark have that on his computer? But then again, he has like universal knowledge of everything that goes on, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He should really learn how to change his password, especially if it can use his blood. Because that was
They should do like facial recognition too.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's pretty much. Oh, and it's Thanksgiving too, so it's going to be appropriate for the time of year. And Mama Danvers comes back, so we'll see if they tell her about Jeremiah. It's gonna be crazy. What do you guys think is gonna happen? How do you think Jeremiah is alive?
How?
Yes, because he was stabbed to death. He bled out. He died. He stopped breathing when John tried to save him.
Well, he got picked up by Cadmus, so he
so
probably
like,
has been experimented on.
Do you guys think he's something else? You think he's been enhanced in some ways?
Maybe. Yeah, he's
a spooky ghost.
Well, he's like, go ahead.
I just think back to that scene where Mon-El and Supergirl are escaping there, and the two dudes come around the corner and just start blasting in a hallway where Dean Cain / Superman / Badass McBatterton should have been standing in the center of it. And they just like went firing.
Right. He did kind of disappear. What the fudge?
He's a spirit.
So like for some reason he's just that would be crazy. That's straight up voodoo stuff. That is spiritualistic, mystical sort of sorcery going on there. But then again, she acknowledged that Jeremiah was there like a couple episodes before. What's her name? Lillian. Yeah, she's like, I'll be sure to tell your father hello to Alex before she was about to kill her.
I mean, either a ghost or
do you think he was
through walls
telepathically reaching out to Kara?
Oh, that could be another option.
Because like in Cadmus, like any iteration of it, they've had telepaths. Like they've always had like either aliens or some sort of species be tethered to Project Cadmus.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're all of them have some sort of telepathic ability. So maybe if Jeremiah wasn't actually there, he was like projecting himself to be there so that he could help Kara.
It's a possibility.
Kind of like, you know how you guys watch Man of Steel, right?
Yeah.
In the DCEU?
Yeah.
You remember the part in the ship with Russell Crowe? He was leading Amy Adams' character out of the thing, but he's not like really there. He's just part of the ship or something.
Maybe.
Think it's something like that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see because he's still a good person. So it's I'm glad I was wrong, I guess, that he wasn't Cyborg Superman. I'm a little sad, but it's interesting to see what Hank Henshaw will do.
Yay.
What else can we theorize about? But I'm president. What do you guys still think she is? Alien or mystical animal creature thingy?
Mystical animal creature alien.
That's a good answer.
I mean, I feel like she still has ties to...
Alien.
Or I still feel like she has ties to the Medusa thing.
Medusa? Okay. They gotta find Jeremiah at some point.
Yeah.
John, okay, what do you think is gonna happen to John? Do you think they're gonna have... He's starting to actually turn into a white Martian. He tried to go back to his original Martian form and it's this giant Martian hand.
That I don't know. I hope he doesn't turn.
And it wouldn't
or
really
if he
affect...
does, like, at least try to fix him.
Yeah, in my mind, like, even if he turned, I don't think it would affect who he is. The problem is, if you guys were in his shoes, would you be terrified that you were turning into the very thing that killed off your race? That's a stupid question, of course. I just had to ask it anyways. But yeah, do you think they'll find a cure, or is he gonna accept it, or is he what do you think?
That would suck. Like, that would suck if they killed off that character because he couldn't play two at once.
I don't think he would be killed off. I think he would just be written off. Like, he would just fly away into like a different galaxy if they really were trying to get rid of him for a little bit. To get technical, the only way I could really see them changing him back is if they did the whole OP superpower him again, or him where they could where they could rearrange your molecules to create new, what do you call that? It's basically what they do, like when they change back and forth, but it's to a greater extent so that they could cure illnesses. Because remember in Young Justice, I'm just saying it's an example.
Yeah.
She cured Garfield Logan from that deadly disease, right? Or no, she gave him a blood transfusion, but it changed him into Beast Boy. So yeah, here I don't know if the DEO or anybody on Earth right now is equipped to change a white Martian. That's basically, is it transmutation?
But I feel like it's like a mental thing as well. Maybe she could go in like when she went inside Calderon's mind.
Yeah,
and she like basically got rid of all the bad stuff and fixed everything in his mind.
But will that stop him from changing?
I don't know.
It's like, oh, stop it, bad DNA. Don't latch onto him. I feel bad for John, man. That is his absolute nightmare coming true.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that whole Mon-El telling Win and Jimmy thing will have a bad taste in Jimmy's mouth? Do you think they're going to compete against her?
Man, they already blew their shot. Step aside. Let Mon-El have his turn.
I'm saying if they were to fight, Jimmy could actually fight. What's his name? Because he has a suit made of lead, so it's not like he couldn't lay a hurt
that's
on
messed
him.
up. Like Bear said, they've already had their chance. So just let the new guy
Win
try.
got screwed, but Jimmy can step aside.
Yeah.
And apparently, in a synopsis for next week, the mama Danvers makes her realize that because she doesn't know that Mon-El's into her, the mom figures out that he is and is just like, oh, go, do this.
Anybody could. I see this coming a mile off.
So why can't Kara see it? Like, it just blows over her head.
Because she can't figure out why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch either.
And then Maggie and Alex, I guess. You guys think that's going to go anywhere? Yeah.
No.
Why?
No? You think Maggie's going to mess this up or what? And do you think this
I would like to say no. Because Maggie is kind of a, yeah.
You know, Alex is going to win her over by becoming Batwoman.
Dude, she has, I'm telling you, she has
She's
the
a love interest
characteristics
to Maggie, so
yes.
Why not have Alex become Batwoman?
I'm just saying, if they were able to do that, because they couldn't have Batman, right?
Yeah.
If they made Alex some sort of version of Batwoman, would you guys be okay with this?
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be goofy as hell.
Like
everyone would be a superhero.
Yeah, what if Kara...
I don't know how to feel about that, though.
What if Kara, or she doesn't find out about Jimmy and Win doing their whole vigilante thing, and then Alex decides to become a vigilante, and then she makes Win work for her, and he's basically keeping like 1,000 secrets from Kara? Oh my god, that would be hilarious. So imagine all the funny moments that would bring
I am definitely down to see that.
I am too. I mean, the show would be riddled with a lot of heroes, but
yeah,
that means you just have to up the ante. You have to up the stakes. What I would like to see, though, is for Project Cadmus to expand their little task force. Like, they have Cyborg Superman now. Jeremiah Danvers is there, but hopefully he is able to... Hopefully that whole story ends up okay and he gets away from them. That's another thing. See, that's what's trippy about it. How did he... If he wasn't really there, how the hell did he conduct that surgery on Mon-El?
I don't know. I am confused.
That was strange. That part in general. It's strange.
So maybe he does have powers. Maybe he got away with his super speed.
No, it's not that. It's just... I mean, it made sense in the flow of the story, but it didn't seem necessary to take the time to take the bullet out of his leg. I mean, yes, we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But why did they feel the need to show it on camera? Like,
it's to confuse us, because it's like, oh, he did that, but then the next scene, he's gone.
They made a deal about it. I don't understand why.
This is so confusing. Everything is just... I don't know what's going on with Jeremiah, but they definitely did something interesting with it. I think that's all we could theorize about, I guess.
Yeah.
How pumped are you for this 4-way crossover?
I've been ready since the beginning.
This is going to be amazing.
I'm monotone excited.
Imagine this is going to be every year. So they're going to have to write things in order to bring, what do you call it? So for those of you who write on the show, please make the teleporter. And you know what I'm talking about. Please.
The Young Justice teleporter?
Not just the Young Justice teleporter. Just the teleporter that brings everybody to the Watchtower teleporter.
Ah, okay.
B01, Kara Danvers. B02, Barry Allen. Get on it. You people know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm excited because it showed like the posters and everything. It showed the breaches and everything.
Ah, nice.
And Supergirl, this is pertaining to the poster you guys put up. John Johns was on that poster. So if we do not see him at least make a cameo, well, we're still going to love the episode, but I'm going to have a little bit of a problem with it if he doesn't show up at one point on one of these shows. Even if he's just like, what'd I tell you about going to other worlds, and then drags her back home. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Solid episode?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you guys rate this?
I give this a Cyborg Superman versus Martian Manhunter out of 10.
Nice.
Hopefully that would happen.
Be awesome.
That would be sick.
Round 2. Yeah. I give this...
I'm going to give this a Ghost of Dean Cain.
Damn it! Bears! I was literally going to say that. I was going to say like the Ghost of Jeremiah Danvers. It just has no effect though. Yeah, I get... This is an amazing episode. So, with that being said, you guys, go leave your comments down below what you thought about the episode and leave your theories of what's to come. Go leave a like as well if you guys enjoyed.
Check out what I got in my utility belt. I don't have a utility belt, but I do have a channel, Kodiak 207. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is on there. It's pretty freaking awesome. Check
Coming back next week.
Yeah. Be sure to check out our Creators Co. as well as social links down below. And don't forget to leave your hashtags for this week's Supergirl.
Hashtag Cyborg Superman.
Yeah.
Hashtag Medusa.
Yeah.
Hashtag the Ghost of Jeremiah Danvers.
Yes.
And hashtag Win as a Star Spangled Kid. There you go.
Sure.
Leave your other hashtags down below if you guys can think of any. That being said, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.